It seems like every day we hear the same story. The SBA is continuing to stonewall millions of small businesses, and they put up every roadblock possible to prevent us from getting the money that we were promised over a year ago. Why? Of course, it's part of the typical government bureaucracy and incompetence. But this goes a little bit further. What is going on? Why are they delaying this money? And when will we get our $10,000 EIDL grants and the $5,000 bonuses? What about all the other loan increase information? What is going on? When are we going to get paid? All this and more in today's video. Hello and welcome to Stephen Carlson Show. I'm Stephen Carlson. I'm a tech entrepreneur, real estate investor, author, YouTuber, paramedic, and Bonnie and Clyde are out by the pool right now. Looks like they're chasing the pool robot again. Whatever. Okay, guys, the only way that we're going to get our $10,000 EIDL grant and the $5,000 bonus is by standing together and making our voices heard. Please make sure you comment down below with the hashtag #TeamEIDL and share this video everywhere in your social media accounts. Let's get the word out that we, as small business owners, are standing together. And of course, before I go any further, very quick reminder, you guys already know this. I have a team of outstanding lawyers that Clyde keeps chained up. Well, at least when he's not chasing the pool robot, he keeps them chained up. And the only problem with these stinking lawyers, they get a little bit rowdy whenever I make a video, and the only way to calm these stinking lawyers down is to give a quick disclaimer. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a financial advisor, so this is not legal or financial tax advice, you get the point. Also, while I have you here, please help support this channel. Check out the link down below for Webull. Open up your trading account, deposit $100, and they will give you 2 free stocks. Help support the channel, I appreciate it, as do Bonnie and Clyde. Okay, all that out of the way, let's get to today's video. We've already talked a little bit about this last week, but for anyone that missed it, the SBA is basically blaming you. Yes, you. Well, and me. Basically, they're blaming all of us as the reason why small businesses are not getting the promised $10,000 grant and the $5,000 supplemental grant. As reported in multiple media outlets, when questioned as to why very little businesses actually have received their money, the SBA claims that not enough businesses are interested. What a bunch of... There are countless millions of small businesses across this country waiting for over a year to receive their $10,000 grants. We all know that these businesses have applied and have just been given the runaround. The loans that were capped last year by the SBA at $150,000, even though they had no legal authority to do it, whatever, those have now been extended to $500,000 by the agency back in April. The SBA said that they will be working on increasing the limit all the way up to the possible of the $2 million. Since then, the agency has approved more than 30,000 loan increase requests for a total of $4.5 billion as of June 21st. According to the SBA, the agency also saw an average loan size above the original cap, with 28,000 new loan requests since April that averaged over $165,000 per loan. The average approved loan before the increase was only $54,000. The approved increase was just a tiny fraction of the more than 3.8 million EIDL loans approved by the agency since last year. Those loans total about $210 billion according to the SBA. When you read the SBA press releases, everything sounds great. The SBA is starting to rev up those engines and give the much needed money out to small businesses in need. But as with any other large governmental process, there are many inefficiencies and bureaucratic red tape that are basically keeping business owners stuck in the middle. As I've said countless times, Congress made a horrible set of laws. And for better or worse, the SBA has been stuck dealing with these laws. Could the SBA have done a better job? Well, of course they could have. Well, that is at least if they were run by a seasoned entrepreneur, not a government bureaucrat. Currently, the biggest issue in the delays with the SBA getting the money out is the IRS delaying things. They are, in some cases, completely refusing to even provide the SBA with copies of business tax returns so that the EIDL applications can be verified. A simple computer program could have been written in just a few days to cross-reference the numbers given by the business applicant and compare that with the numbers the IRS already has in their records. This is really no reason why this couldn't have been done except for government incompetence and turf wars. Because of these delays, the SBA has only dispersed a little over $1.5 billion of the $30 billion that was allocated for this. As reported in Microsoft News, the program might be open to businesses outside the predetermined geographic regions. This was said by Herbert Austin, the district director of the Dallas-Fort Worth SBA office. This article, when it was released, sent ripples through the YouTube media community. Does this mean that we will finally start to see EIDL grants for businesses that are not within that stupid predefined geographical location? Now, personally, I saw this article and I kind of stayed away from it for a couple days for multiple reasons. First of which, Mr. Austin's not the head of the SBA. So however well-intentioned his comments may or may not have been, unless they come from the top, there's really no guarantee this will actually happen. The second reason, with hundreds of news articles all quoting and requoting the same interview without any backup sources, I cannot really find the original interview where he was directly quoted saying this. Now it comes to light that Mr. Austin is saying his quote was taken out of context, and there are a lot of wild stories going around the internet right now. Some are claiming he was silenced, others were saying he was mistaken, and others were, well, let's just leave that wacky set of stories to the Ancient Aliens crew so they maybe can create a documentary on it. Here, let's just stick to the little bit more sane ideas.
There's multiple theories. Herbert didn't misspeak. He spoke out of turn. And that's the conspiracy theory that I'm leaning to at the moment, because I imagine that he got a phone call from Miss Isabel Guzman saying, Herbert, what the fuck are you doing telling the Dallas Morning News about something that's not become public information? Because let's face it, she probably wants to be right alongside Big Ben fucking Cardin and Chuck Schumer standing up on that tall soapbox to say, not only are we going to take care of the underserved, which is their poll-tested word now for low-income communities, but we've got so much fucking money, we're going to open it up to everyone.
I think Jason is onto something here, and it makes me think for a moment. Is the issue strictly political concerns of Isabel Guzman and that she wants to be on the podium and claim victory? Or is it because the SBA is already so far behind on processing applications, they do not want to be overwhelmed with even more? Per the SBA's released information, they've received 1.6 million applications for the targeted EIDL advance, but they've only processed 193,000 for this latest program. So what do you guys think the reason is for delays in funding? Did Mr. Austin misspeak, or did he speak out of turn? What is the status of your loan and your grants? Why don't you comment down below and let me know. Thank you very much for watching. Please make sure you click like and subscribe. Doing so really helps the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate it, as do Bonnie and Clyde. Thanks, and I'll see you on the next one.